Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and Hank Johnson makes a complete fool of himself when Nigel Farage calls him out for spreading falsehoods. Even the rest of Congress is fed up with this nonsense. Let's dive in.
And you consider Trump to be your mentor, correct?
No,
He's not your mentor,
no.
but he
Sorry.
is somebody who you want the support of, and you have the support.
Yes,
of.
I do. I think he's a very, very brave man.
Because
I
you
think
are
his view
getting
of the
ready to
world
run for
is,
Prime Minister of Great Britain, correct?
Oh, I've been trying for years, yeah.
And as it stands right now, you head up a party. How many seats in the Parliament are there?
651, if you include the Speaker, that is.
650.
Yes.
And how many seats does your party hold?
How many seats do the opinion polls say we're going to get next time? Is that your
No,
question?
I mean,
oh, I
the
see.
numbers don't lie. You only have 4 seats, right?
I'm afraid so, yes.
And so you are indeed the leader of a fringe party.
Oh, I'm a fringe, all right. Don't worry about that. Yes, absolutely. Everything I've ever done.
And as a fringe party leader seeking to run for Prime Minister of Great Britain, you need a lot of money in order to blow up like the MAGA movement has blown up.
What you need is a message of truth and a message of hope. And
Well, you need money also, right?
Money's helpful, but it's not the primary thing
So
you
the
need.
first
No.
thing that
No, you're
came
wrong.
out of the first thing that came out of the chair's mouth this morning during his opening statement had to do with Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And you're carrying water for Elon Musk today, aren't you?
From what I can see, Elon Musk is abusive about me virtually every single week. But it's a free country, so
I mean, but you
he's
never
entitled
stop
to do that.
trying to ingratiate yourself with him.
Wrong.
Well, I mean,
No, wrong.
You are familiar with the fact.
wrong. I have-
You are familiar with the
I've had
fact,
public-
Mr. Farage,
I have had a
that
public fallout with Elon Musk.
that Donald Trump's campaign benefited to the
I-
extent of $250 million from Elon Musk.
Well, I mean, how much
You are familiar with that, correct?
How much did Mrs. Zuckerberg give to the Democrats? I mean, this is what happens, and people are...
Well, he didn't give any money
On Musk,
to the
let me be clear,
to the
I have
Democrats.
had-
He was sitting behind
had-
Trump with the rest of the tech bros,
I am
and you are
going-
here today
I'm going to answer
to
your
impress
question.
all of those tech bros, including
going as
Elon
long as
Musk.
you
Isn't
want.
that correct?
I'm going to answer your question very, very honestly.
You need money from Elon Musk in order to get
I have.
elected Prime Minister of Great Britain. That's the bottom line.
We
Isn't that correct?
We consider all day, as long as the chairman allows us. I don't mind. I had a very public falling out with Elon Musk.
But you're still trying to get some money from him, though.
Over a political issue.
It's not about the
And
prior
I'm
disputes.
sorry,
You're
it was
trying to
fundamental.
You're trying to ingratiate yourself with the tech bros by coming over here and trying to.
Can I get a cup of coffee or something?
And,
whilst
and
this
you're
goes on?
arguing.
We'll be here a long time.
What you're arguing is that the citizens of Great Britain should pay a tariff if these tech companies are not allowed to violate the laws of Great Britain.
No, I'm not. That was a falsehood put out by the British Prime Minister
You
today.
didn't say
at
in your
Prime Minister's
statement-
questions. I have never.
In your statement,
I have never suggested any of the kind.
you don't
My
call for
statement is very
tariffs
clear.
as tools to
My
force
statement is
Great
very
Britain's.
clear. My statement is very.
You are not
It
calling
might surprise
for.
you.
You are not
Mr.
calling
Johnson.
for
It might surprise you to know
tariffs and
that
trade
that
sanctions.
Trade, you may not know this, but trade between our countries is actually rather important. You are the biggest investor in our country,
what you've
and we're the
done-
biggest
what
investor in
you've
yours.
done is
And-
come
and
over
Time of
friends-
the
here.
gentleman from
and
Georgia has
friends-
expired,
No,
but the
what
gentleman
What you've
should be able
done,
to say
sir, is
some kind
come
of
here
response.
to the United
Regular
States
order,
to
Mr.
argue
Chairman.
The
that
time-
your
He's
been
citizens
rude,
should
he's been
pay a
disgusting,
tariff.
he's been hilarious.
Hang on.
No.
The gentleman's time has expired. I feel like we should give Mr. Farage a chance to respond to one of the many questions he was not allowed to respond to. So we'll give you 30 seconds, Mr. Farage, and then we'll move on to our next one. Because I know Mr. Farage does have to leave in about an hour, so we want to get through as many members as we can.
Number one, I had a public fallout over a political issue with Elon Musk. I can't be bullied by anybody. I haven't changed my mind. Last time I looked, he was being spectacularly rude about me yesterday. That's life. If we believe in free speech, we live with it. What I have made very clear.
Fixated on.
What I have
Hang on,
made.
hang on.
Sorry, no, this is my turn, I think.
Yeah, you got another
Thank you,
15
Mr.
seconds.
Chairman. What I've made perfectly clear in this paper is the situation we've got with successive pieces of legislation, including now the Online Safety Act, is a danger to trade between our countries. And allies and friends and trading partners have honest conversations with each other. I hope many American companies and politicians have honest conversations with the British
done
government.
it.
I've not suggested sanctions at all in any way.
Good luck on your race.
The gentleman from California is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I'd remind my colleague from Georgia that President Trump was openly nominated after decisively winning the primary votes across the country. That's in open contrast to the Democratic nominee, who has decreed the nominee of her party in spite of the fact she did not receive a single primary vote. So I would be a little careful if I were him about talking about coronations.
There used to be a billboard on I-75 that read, "We the farmers of South Georgia apologize for Jimmy Carter." I think we need another one that says, "We the sane voters of Georgia apologize that Hank Johnson still has a job." Good grief. This dude is the last on every trend. Elon Musk hasn't been in American politics or hasn't been involved since he left Doge months ago. It's been months. No one has talked about him ever since, but Hank Johnson magically wants to bring it up again. This dude is the last on a short bus style trend. This only makes sense when you understand that the entire Democrat Party is anti-whatever Trump does. They have no message. They have no policy points. It's just be as anti-Trump as possible, dig in your nails as much as you can in the middle of a cat fight, and see how much damage you can do. And, well, the damage is getting less and less. Check this story out. A new discovery found a massive trove of gold-minted coins in the Czech Republic, minted by a long-lost civilization over 2,000 years ago in the 2nd century BC. They also found silver coins among the artifacts. I mean, the proof is there. Not only have gold and silver coins been valuable for thousands of years, but they can physically last that long too. Just another reason why I am partnered with the amazing award-winning company Goldco. They sell gold and silver coins and doing a pretty amazing job with it. So if you are ready to learn how Goldco can help protect your savings with gold and silver, I want you to go to politibralgold.com. You can get a free 2025 gold and silver kit. Plus, learn how you can get up to 10% in free silver. It's the best offer out there. So don't miss this one. Go to politibralgold.com. I mean, throwing in the barbs about, well, how many people do you have in Parliament, Mr. Farage? Unfortunately, the people of England have lost their collective minds as well, although they are starting to regain it. After all, this whole committee is supposed to be about the loss of the freedom of speech in Europe. You'd think that Hank Johnson would care about that a little bit, right? Of course not. That dude thinks that Guam's still going to tip over. He's never apologized for that, by the way. The man is a genuinely uncurious, unserious human being who only knows how to play the games of power, and he plays it poorly. It's like playing with someone from a very large family. All right, you're playing a game of Catan or Monopoly, and instead of making a move that benefits them, the kid will make a move that tries to screw you over because they're so used to this sort of competition. And instead of playing to win, they play basically to keep someone else from winning. That is what has become of American politics in a nutshell. And trust me, that's annoying enough when you try to play these games, but we're trying to, as of right now, right wrongs that have been occurring to the American people, and we're currently asking the question of Farage of, hey, what happened to the freedom of speech in Europe? You're not allowed to ask those questions. You're not allowed to ask, hey, why is there so much backlash against J.K. Rowling, who simply says, let's have women's spaces for actual women, please? And remember, J.K. Rowling enabled an entire generation of nut jobs. All right, never forget that. Her Harry Potter series, what happened after she wrote it and became an international phenomenon, What happened afterward is all these little cretins on Twitter, what is now Blue Sky, at Tumblr and Reddit, she enabled all of these little cretins the ability to retcon characters. She made characters gay after the fact, and she just sort of fed into this weird fetish of young women and children all across the world, and now they've turned on her because she says, maybe we should just have, women in women's sports. Maybe we should just have women in women's circles. And I'm shocked that she has not been arrested for these positions, but other people have. There's a current Irish comedian who is not a citizen of the UK. Okay, he's a citizen of Ireland, got arrested at Heathrow Airport because of some rather raunchy jokes he made about certain people. He has now been arrested, and apparently he was arrested with armed cops. Do you know how hard it is to find an armed cop in England? That's a normal occurrence here in the United States. It's not in Great Britain. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Hank Johnson is out here trying to pick a cat fight with Nigel Farage, saying, you only have 4 people in Parliament. Well, yeah, because if you say certain things, you get arrested, and you can't exactly run for office when you're in prison. Funny thing about that, I wonder if that's why the Democrat Party went on a witch hunt trying to throw Donald Trump in jail, trying to throw guys like Steve Bannon in jail. We do have a problem with the freedom of speech across the Western world. It's not just in Western Europe. It's happening here as well. It's not nowhere near as severe. But it's strange. It's a strange thing that when you live in an era where you might get arrested for an opinion, you'd think that Hank Johnson would want to protect those rights. No. Because his party benefits from that. His party benefits from that sort of control. Remember, Democrats have been basically in control in many ways, shapes, and forms ever since they made this magic switch in 2008 when Barack Obama got elected. All of a sudden, all the hippie, dippy nonsense of the Democrat Party magically disappeared overnight. All of a sudden, they became deep state deep throaters and have loved the idea of control ever since. And we've finally taken away their toys from them. Daddy's home and he's cleaning up the mess. And they're screaming about these problems. They're screaming about the fact that they've lost power, and they're not screaming about the fact that millions of people of which countries that I have descended from, all right, my family, Norman, Saxon, definitely a whole bunch of Anglo still in there, got some Scottish, got some Irish, might have a touch of Welsh, 99% sure got a drop of Cherokee blood in there somewhere. My family's from North Georgia. It's bound to happen somehow, some way. But I descend from the British Isles, despite the fact that I am a very American person. And it breaks my heart to see what is happening over there. But instead of asking good questions, Hank Johnson is there to pick a cat fight. And and I'll end with this note. If you go back and watch the clip, you'll notice Jamie Raskin is sitting right there right there with Jim Jordan. And even he's going, oh, shut up. Even he's just got this glazed over look like, oh God, I cannot wait for this to be over. I can't stand this dude. Hank Johnson is one of the lowest members in Congress on the Democrat side. No one likes him, even in his own party. And he thinks he's out here going to win a cat fight? Good luck, buddy. We saw the result. I think we know who won. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. My name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed that segment here on Politibrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Until then, y'all have a good one.